Great to have you with us from Gerald J. Ford Stadium in Dallas. EA Sports college football coverage continues on this Saturday with a mid-afternoon clash. It ought to be a sensational game. It's the UCLA Bruins and the SMU Mustangs. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
I caught up with the SMU head coach before the game. This is what he had hoped for and is excited that it is playing out right before our very eyes. Bringing this running back in the transfer portal, he knew that he could be someone to make an impact, but he didn't know how much. And here he is, highly productive, really starting to lean on that offensive line and gain some chemistry with the other guys on the team. We're seeing this offense come alive, and they've got to do it again here today. I'll keep you posted on how things start here in the game in the first quarter and how this chemistry is showing up big time for this team. Guys?
Thanks, Holly. And the Mustangs ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Offense in a bunch formation. The run inside. It's Knight. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's Iamaleava to throw. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And this is dropped. Oh, my goodness. It was just too easy, and he didn't look it in.
And for a defense, it's not always about sacks, but sometimes it's about getting that quarterback off his spot where he feels very comfortable, and they get him flushed outside of the pocket. And good perimeter defense. He rolls to the right. Everybody's still covering their guys, moving across the field with the QB. Nowhere to go with the football.
Iamaleava from the gun on 3rd down. Finds a soft spot in the middle. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time. And you saw all of it on that in route.
The Bruins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Running inside. It's Knight. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now...
Throws toward the end zone. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Man, and that's one he probably wants back. And sometimes you underestimate the speed of your guy or how fast he gets out there. And you could tell, just threw that a little bit too far. His receiver didn't have the jets to go catch up with that one.
He can't make the grab. It's incomplete, but there is a flag, and I believe this is going to be pass interference. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush. It's just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
Back to pass. It's Iamaleava. Looking left. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
And those corner routes, those quarterbacks need to throw the ball with some air and put it towards the sideline, away from the defender. You can tell a little bit maybe underthrown. The defender doing a good job sticking with the play, getting his hand on the football, and getting the deflection.
They got him, and down he goes, and what a huge sack that might have knocked him out of field goal range.
And it's hard to imagine starting a game any better than this defense has. 2 sacks on the opening drive of the game, something that they pride themselves on. If they get you in these types of situations, they can pin their ears back and get after you. They've got multiple guys that can be a factor when it comes to rushing the quarterback. You're seeing that very early here in this game.
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they were aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on 4th down. No dice. Now you put your defense on the field. I like the aggressiveness, but now you got to deal with some of the consequences.
Looking to throw on 1st down. With the catch, it's Knight. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chain.
Well, Kevin Jennings has a high ceiling, David, and we've seen throughout his career when he's playing well, this offense is lights out. This is a guy who's quarterbacked this team to a college football playoff already, but there have been some dips as well. He's got to limit the mistakes. I think that's the whole key this season. Staying healthy, limiting the turnovers. If they do that, they'll be laughing on offense.
And he's not the biggest guy in the world, but his athletic ability really shines through. You just want to see him be more patient in the pocket. Like, make those easy plays. You don't have to always be fading away and make it hard on yourself. But the one thing you know about this offense, it's fast and it's fun. And this is a guy that can scramble around and make big plays.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Tight end now in motion. To the air, it's Jennings. Fires to the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first?
Man, we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
That'll be enough for the 1st down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
I know he's got the height and weight of a tight end, but, man, the way he runs routes and how good he is with the ball in his hands, it just reminds you of a wide receiver. He's so athletic. This is a guy that has a basketball background in high school, and you see it pan out. Every time he has the football, he just looks like the best athlete on the field. For a big guy, very, very unique.
Still 2nd down, but now the offense is operating behind the chains. Gets the back moving. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Fired in there, but incomplete. Here on 3rd down. They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Looking down the middle. Or did he find a hole in that secondary? What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. The Mustangs are in the hurry-up. He's got it on the right. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end
makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys, and they usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there on that touchdown catch.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Now there's still a Mustang who is unable to get up. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on that. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Throwing, Imaliava. Time to take a shot. It's picked off. That's number 10. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26. SMU's offense headed out onto the field to start this drive. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you could turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Back to the ground with the running back. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking to pass. It's Jennings. Bringing the heat. Makes the grab on the left. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the period, and SMU has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Oops, someone moved a little bit early. Offense going to pick up a 5-yard penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So frustrating for an offense to just give away yards with false start penalties. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll go to the air. Fires left. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Quick release by the QB. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
A shot toward the end zone. And that one's going to be over everybody's head and incomplete.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage. helping out on that receiver.
Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Throws toward the end zone. And he will score. The question now, will it count as we check out the laundry on the field? And that last one is not one that will remain a staple of this passing attack. The illegal forward pass brings up 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Jennings. Got the back over the middle. He does not get there. Stopped at the 25-yard line, and let's see what they do now on 4th down. So they'll send out the field goal unit. He'll try to put one down the boulevard from 42 yards out. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's Iamaleava to throw. Here comes the heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the 1st down. They have it at the 36.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
And the Bruins will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Iamaleava. Pulls it in, it's Matthews. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Last completion picked up a couple. Here comes 2nd and 8. Iamaleava to the air again. Under fire. He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys who put so much on their plate. And you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes that do it with ease.
From the gun on 3rd down, Iamaleava shoots it to the left. Pulls it in. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45.
Really nice discipline by that receiver against man coverage because you know that throw is going to be contested with a defender in your back pocket. He fights back to the football. He fights through contact and shows really strong hands on the catch.
Iamaleava fires to the right. Makes the catch. It's Matthews. Gets away from one. He's got space. Touchdown, Bruins! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And the finisher coming courtesy of that touchdown toss from 45 yards out. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Dropping back, it's Jennings. Showing the arm strength to the left. He holds it in, and nobody's close. He's loose. Touchdown, SMU. Once he got some room, it was over.
Well, we know, David, talking to the coaches before the game, they wanted to get this guy involved. Weren't able to do it early, but they saw the matchup, took advantage of his speed, and it's a long touchdown.
And it looks as if they fuzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Wants to throw it again. Got it in the middle. It's Singleton. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Wants to fire on second down. It's complete to the left. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
They'll try to pop the draw. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. The Bruins call timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. No running room at all, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and goal. Clock has stopped. Timeout has been called by UCLA. It's their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Touchdown, Mustangs! Fit it in the window for the score.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. And now we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Throwing, Imaliava. Pocket breaking down. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Looking to throw, it's Iamaleava. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun on 3rd down, Iamaleava. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
They boot it away. Slips through the line. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Wants to throw on 1st down. Tight end finds a soft spot. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to throw on 1st down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And the Mustangs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. The play action fake. Rush is on him. Trying to escape and get it himself. At the 35, he's loose. And they'll knock him down. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
From our gorgeous Orlando studios, it's the Week 5 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with Texas Tech taking on the number 10 team, the Georgia Bulldogs. And it's the Red Raiders who are rewarded for feeding their star. For some reason, he plays better at home, and this team plays better at home, as they did today. This team is now red hot. 3 consecutive victories, and one of the most convincing offensive showings we've seen in a long time.
The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Still on his feet at the 45. They run him out of bounds after a gargantuan gain on the play.
How nice is it to be an offensive coordinator and you call a pass play, but your guy turns it into an explosive run? Like, that is so much fun to call. Good protection up front, but he just sees space so well. They drop back, he finds the holes, and, man, before you know it, he's just chewing up yards and making big plays.
They get to him as he throws. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. He'll try to take it back. Pulled down at the 45-yard line, and that's the kind of ball hawking a defensive coordinator loves to see.
And, guys, I tell you what, man, they went into half. They were ready to rock and roll to start this second half. They put a nice drive together, and then it's just about managing the game, right? Don't take points off the scoreboard. I start to get in an area where I'm in field goal range. I'm getting ready to score a touchdown. Be smart with the football. He gets just a little greedy, and the defense makes him pay.
Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run the guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
They'd hoped to come up with explosive plays, and they used one there to set them up inside the 30, 1st and 10. Here's Iamaleava to throw. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. To the air. It's Iamaleava. This one's complete. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
On the move. Man, what a surge by this defense. I think he's going to be a little bit short of the first down.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, and they finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
Snags it, and he's open. Touchdown, Bruins. You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they close it to a 17-14 game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
And the the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And that's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away, know when the play is over.
This play will be a big indication of whether this drive goes anywhere on 2nd and long from the 11. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Well, this offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack, first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Back to throw, it's Jennings. Here's the pressure. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Mustangs will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Makes the catch. Wants to make a move upfield. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. The Bruins offense makes its way onto the field, hoping to get things going here. Boy, they were hanging on to the ropes at halftime, but they have stormed back here. There he goes. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. From the red zone, it's Cox. Touchdown, UCLA! They looked finished, but they're all the way back, and they have the lead.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they take a 21-17 lead. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. The Bruins call timeout. It's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Mustangs offense is ready to go on the attack. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Takes a hit as he fires. Intercepted. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
And they'll take over first and 10.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Iamaleava. They're working that left side.
Simple pitch, simple catch, easy little drag route right over the field. It's a nice timing route. You can run it versus man or you can run it versus zone and have a lot of success.
The Bruins in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Play fake, Nico Iamaleava. It's complete on the right side. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
To throw, it's Iamaleava. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Well, the quarterback had the look he wanted. He had his big fella down here in the red zone. That's supposed to be an easy pitch and catch, but his buddy puts it on the floor.
Looking for space. It's Knight. Might have a chance. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Touchdown, Bruins! And they take it in for 6 more points.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it.
Number 15, set to kick this one away.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Pale. He's able to work his way across the 25 to the 26 before going out of bounds. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Taken in by Smith on the right side. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the 1st down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the 3rd. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. So 1st down will open up the final period. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Turning it on. The 20. Touchdown Mustangs. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house. And the Mustangs respond.
It's so nice to have that tight end that can be a chess piece. You can move him around, and then guess what? He can break tackles. He can make explosive plays. You've seen tight ends grow and get faster and bigger and stronger, and they throw it to him short, and look at the speed. He does the rest for the long touchdown catch.
Now they'll try to get the 2 and make it a 3-point game late. Looking for a man. It's Jennings. He's in there for the 2-point conversion, and now they're within a field goal. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the UCLA offense onto the field to start this drive. That last score the defense allowed made it a 1-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Throwing, Imaliava. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun on 3rd down, Iamaleava. He lets one fly deep. Brings it down on the right side. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Caught in the backfield, it's Sproul. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
We're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical, they're too fast, and they force a negative play.
Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Saying in the gun on 3rd down. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
And hang on, they are leaving the offense out there. And look, I understand it doesn't add a possession to the lead with the field goal, but I don't know, it doesn't hurt to tack on some points at this juncture of the game. Hauls it in. How about knocking him down to stop him short of picking up that first down?
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Looking for a man, it's Jennings. Oh, they're after him.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times early in this one with some picks in this game, and so that time, instead of trying to force the play and make something happen out of nothing, he just throws it away. The defense wins that down. You live to play another day.
Misfired on 1st down, back to the air on 2nd. Under fire. This time on target.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field, but how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him and still was able to help this offense get positive yards.
3rd down play from the gun. Finds his man. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Here's a heat. That pass is incomplete.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. And you don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong, but sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to throw again. Fires left side, it's Smith. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31.
And, man, this quarterback has had a day. With that pass, he goes over 300 yards on the day. Really nice job executing, putting up some yards today. Pretty good day for the young man.
Pressure coming. And down he goes.
And that now, this guy's second sack of the game. We were talking to him leading up into this one. He said, you know, nobody respects my speed and nobody respects my athleticism. I don't think anybody thinks we can stop this guy, but I'm going to prove everyone wrong. And he has shown up today ready to wreck this game. He is having an outstanding day right now on defense.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Back to pass, it's Jennings. Bringing the heat. Hit as he throws. Fires to the tight end. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. A field goal attempt from here would be 54 yards. They'd love to pick up a few on third down. Just going to keep it after the snap. Oh, no, the ball popped out. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And it's good! All tied up now in the final stages of this one.
Man, that's a big kick. That's a big moment, a lot of pressure. He delivers, ties this football game up late in the fourth quarter.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for a crease. It's Knight. It'll be a gain of 6. Sets up 2nd and 4.
And that's luxury for this offense to be in right now. They don't have to be in so much of a hurry. They can still run the football, be successful. Great chance right here knocking on the door to take the lead.
6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves them with 2nd and 4. Here's Iamaleava to throw. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
Safety up, real quick.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Knight. Got enough for the first. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
That's a first down for the offense.
And the Bruins will have it 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Mustangs call a timeout. It'll be their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. SMU spends his 2nd timeout here. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Now the Mustangs will use their 3rd and final timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. It's good. Easy call for the refs. They're celebrating on the sideline after taking the lead, but still time on the clock. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking downfield, it's Jennings. Here comes the heat. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
Hey, listen, it's hard for an offense. When you're trailing late in a game, you've got to throw to get back in. The defense already knows it anyway. On top of that, you've got this weather that you have to deal with. These conditions are not conducive to playing pitch and catch. This is a big uphill battle for this offense.
He's trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. They'll go back to the air on second down. Under fire.
Time is not on their side right now. They can't afford too many more incompletions like that. They need to come up with some connections, and they've got to score points. They've got to get this passing game going now.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. They'll run play action. Here's a throw downfield late. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
Man, you gotta love this defense. Being dialed in, being ready for the pass late in this football game when you needed to stop, playing tendencies, breaking on the football, 3 straight incompletions. Way to rise up by this defense.
Working that left side now. Stop short of the marker, and they stop for this defense, and they get the ball back. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. He takes the knee, and it took a while, but they are finally into the win column.